Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Zoe and I know I have been gone for so long. Maybe I can sit down and talk about it. If you guys want to see why or like what's up, I can do that. But today I'm going to be showing you guys my foundation routine. It's been a hot minute since I've shown you guys how I apply my foundation, like in specific. I show you guys a lot of foundations that I use, but I don't really show you like my full face routine. So I'm going to show you that today. Anyways, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, join our family, help us grow. Also, let me know down in the comments what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. I want to get back to doing, I know I always say that, I want to get back to doing this, but I need your guys' ideas because I feel like YouTube has really fallen off lately. And I don't know, like, do you guys still want to see videos from, I don't know. So leave your video suggestions down in the comments. If you want to follow me on any other social media account, that will all be listed in the description. All the products I'm going to use will also be listed in the description. I don't think I have anything else to say right now, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started with this foundation. So I still use the No Pore Room Primer from Touch and Soul. Just going to apply this everywhere. My skin is dry, so it's like dry, normal to dry. So I'm going to use a hydrating primer, but if you have oily skin or whatever your skin type is, make sure you prime really well accordingly. So the first thing I'm going to do is conceal all of my darker spots on my face. This will help with the amount of product we're going to use like in our foundation, and because I still use like a full coverage foundation, I want to use as little product as possible. So this is the first step. I'm using the Pretty Vulgar Undercover concealer. So I'm just gonna start blending it out using like a concealer brush, like a fluffy concealer brush. This is the Luxie 250 large eye blending brush, but I only use it for concealer. I don't ever use it on my eyes. And I'm just gonna tap over the concealer because that's what provides the most coverage. So if you're like using a brush for your foundation or concealer like this, and you want a lot of coverage, then use tapping motions, not swiping motions. And the lighter pressure you use, the more coverage you're gonna get. All right, next step, I'm going in with my foundations now. And I actually like to use a brush like this. It's very small. It kind of looks like this one, but like a bigger version of it. This is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush. Anyways, so I'm gonna mix together this Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation in the shade 2W2 Rattan or Rattan, I don't know, R-A-T-T-A-N. Yeah, I'm gonna mix this together with the Dream Urban Cover from Maybelline. And this is what she looks like, and this is the shade 330 Toffee. I'm only mixing them because this one's too light, this one's too dark. I'm just mixing that literally on the cap of my thing with the back of a brush, and I'm just going to like tap it on, and then we're just going to take our brush and we're going to start tapping the foundation into the skin very lightly, because that's what we're going to get our coverage from. We drag down the neck, obviously. Look at that, beautiful. See how we're still like nice and dewy? All right, and same thing over here, tap, tap, tap. But what I'm gonna do is just lightly tap into this and then cover any spots that I feel like I missed and didn't get as much coverage as I wanted. So yeah, so just lightly tap and just start covering the areas that I feel like didn't get the love that they needed. Right now I'm going to spray my face with some setting spray and then like pat it in with a dry sponge. My sponge is dry. This is a microfiber sponge and I like the result it gives me when I do this. I like using it dry. If you're gonna use a normal sponge, I would say for sure to use it wet. But yeah, so we're just gonna tap, tap, tap. So that's basically it for foundation. We're gonna go into cream contouring now. The cream contour I like to use is the Patrick Ta cream contour and powder bronzo duo. Looks like this. She's gorgeous. I think everybody and their moms need this product. It's so good. It's so worth the money. This is in the shade She's Sculpted. But yeah, I'm just going to start putting this where I want it. I like to keep my contour pretty high because my face is very round. This helps like lift the face and just gives me like the shadows in the right places versus like when I do it down here and like it just pulls my face down. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, and then we're going to like connect right here, and your girl does not have a jawline, so we're gonna like fake it till we make it and just draw a straight line. Okay, this like cuts off like the roundness right here and gives the illusion that we got a jawline, and we do not. Now I'm gonna take this BoxyCharm brush that I got on BoxyCharm like a long time ago, but it's like one of those really stiff, dense brushes, and it's my favorite thing to use to blend out my cream contour. If I wasn't using this, I would use a sponge over anything else. And we're just gonna start blending this out, and with the contour we're gonna blend upward, and I just do like really fast tapping motions, and you see how beautifully and effortlessly that's blending. Oh, I love this stuff, so good. Like, yes, yes. Okay, and now we're just going to, this part is tricky to me because with the lighting, I always feel like I haven't like blended this out enough, and sometimes I'll get in the car and it will like look like I didn't blend it out enough, and like I'll have to like blend it with my fingers a little bit. So just take your time with this part and like really make sure you're blending everything. Okay, and then for my nose, I do not blend out with that brush. Obviously my nose is way too little for that. So I take a angled eyeshadow brush and I blend out with that. This is the Luxie 131 mini angled brush. It's perfect for my nose. So for concealer placement, it has changed. I'm sure you guys have seen other influencers or other makeup artists do this trick. But we're gonna put the concealer like this. We're gonna leave the middle empty, and then it's mostly gonna go like in the corner of our eye and then up here to help lift the eye. And then we're gonna do just a tiny bit on the forehead, some on the bridge of the nose like that, and a little dot right here, and a tiny bit on the chin. I'm gonna go ahead and like blend out this stuff first. I'm gonna do my under eyes last, and I'm just using that same concealer brush that we used on the face. Start blending out underneath the eyes using tapping motions. You can also use a sponge if you prefer, but I feel like the brush gives me more coverage underneath my eyes and I have more control over it. Okay, so for all my cream products, liquid products, that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and start setting everything. So for setting powder, I'm gonna use the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. This is just the original one, it's the translucent one. So I'm gonna set my under eyes, and I'm only gonna set a few places on my face. I'm gonna show you where, but I'm not gonna set the entire face. So I'm just taking this dry sponge again, and I am lightly tapping underneath the eyes, making sure I get every little crease out because I have really bad under eye creases. And then I'm gonna take another sponge. You don't have to have another sponge, you could just use the same sponge, but I take this other sponge and I'm just gonna start pressing the translucent powder into the under eye. And I know it looks like a lot right now, but it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag whatever is left on my sponge from the under eyes, and I'm gonna like put it in this area right here because I do tend to get a little bit oily right here more than other places, and I'm just gonna go above my upper lip and the tiniest bit on my chin. Basically anywhere I put concealer at, I'm going to set with some translucent powder. I am going to do my nose, but first we're going to powder contour the nose, and I like to use a brush like this, and I'm just going to very lightly set the nose contour. And I like to drag this into like my brow. Okay, now I'm gonna take some translucent powder and bake my nose. Next, we're gonna go ahead and set all of the contour with, you know, the bronzer side of this, and I'm going to use a fan brush, the Eco Tools fan brush, and just dip in and then kind of contour like normal, making sure that it's nice and high. I want it to be above like my natural indent on my face. And I'm gonna bring it upward. And I'm gonna like stay like back here, like in my hairline. And I don't really do my jawline, but I do my forehead, just ever so slightly. All right, and then I'm gonna just dust everything away. So I'm gonna go in with the ALAMAR Cosmetics Blush Trio. This is the one in medium tan. I'm gonna use Isla, this middle corally shade. I like to keep my blush like way up here. It's gonna help lift the face. And then like I like to bring it down. So like most of my product is gonna be like back here, and then I'm gonna bring it down. I like to take whatever's left over on my brush, and I'm just going to kind of put it on my nose, not like a whole lot, just a little bit. Like we want to look like we were just a tad bit sun-kissed. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend that out some more. I'm going to spray some setting spray. I completely forgot to use some highlight. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this AMREZY highlighter, and I'm going to just sweep it. Basically where you see the luminosity in the foundation, that's where I'm gonna sweep it. So yeah, I'm gonna take the tiniest bit and just place it on my nose. This is it for the face, pretty much. I'm gonna go ahead and like finish other steps like my lips and my eyes. Okay, so I'm done with all of my makeup. We're gonna ignore my curtain bangs because they don't want to participate today. I've been styling them for, I don't know, 15 minutes, and they said F you. But yeah, this is it. I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of what my face looks like, so you can see like how the foundation is like truly sitting on my skin with this foundation routine. Yeah, that is it. That is it for this video. Please let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you so much.